my man, Jason Cheperdak.
Thank you, everybody. All right, so we have a lot to cover today. Behind me is your framework for today's first masterclass. Are we excited? Yeah. Very good. Now, there's going to be 4 masterclasses in total, and they go in cadence of what you're going to learn. So these will be published online as well. And today is around the 4 foundational pillars of any individual business in real estate. I'm going to give you some context to that after we do a team exercise first. Ooh, team exercise. Okay, after that, I have my outline of next courses. We have lead generation next. We're going to talk about some marketing and personal branding today, but we're going to leave the details of lead generation and maximizing lead flow for the next session. Today's a framework for that session for the next masterclass. Does that make sense? Okay. We're also going to talk about leveraging and leveraging staff growth in your business in all aspects as the 3rd masterclass. Now, we're going to be talking about some of that today around building your database and building structure to your business. We're going to have a whole masterclass just on that one section. And then the very last masterclass is going to be on creating a final business plan. Who here has created a business plan before? Raise your hand. Okay, we're going to practice something called the word I. When I say, please raise your hand, you're going to say, I. So who here has created a business plan before? I. Isn't that nice? It just makes you wake up a little bit, right? Especially in the front. We didn't say I. You want to practice by yourself? Ready to go. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Give him a round of applause. This is so great. Okay. Full participation. We're here to maximize your business, okay? Not my business. Yes? So with that, though, you do have a very wonderful takeaway. Now, this booklet that's in front of you, can we all raise this? Make sure you have one, please. Is something I'm giving away. So this is something that we created proprietary to our team at the Shepherd Homes Group, and we used it last year. We used it this year, but I forgot to change the date to 2024 to 2025, so please excuse me. But it's a great workshop for you to create a business plan for a business. We're going to end today's session by filling this out and brainstorming and then leaving you guys to network with each other. And then all of this will apply over the next 3 masterclasses for you to create your perfect business plan at the end of the year for conquering what will be a remarkable 2026 after you have a remarkable 2025. How does that sound? I love it. So to anchor ourselves in change, I have a quote for you. Who here can recognize that if you want a new result, where you are today might need to change a little bit? Yes? Say I. Aye. So my favorite quote for you, which you're going to write down, was something called a pen. Oh, not a computer, a pen, is the following quotes. What you do not change, you choose. What you do not change, you choose. Why are you writing it down? When you write it down, you learn better. You remember more, okay? So what you do not change, you choose. Let's say it together. What you do not change, you choose. This is a very powerful sentiment that I give to my team and in my personal life because we can give excuses so quickly in our business. And real estate, is it emotional? Yes. Yeah. Is it volatile? Yes. Does it change in a whim? Yes. Okay, NAR this, that, you, me, commission that. I mean, it's just I just can't keep up with it. So we got to recognize that the constant is the change, and we need to choose to follow the change in our business or not, okay? And the problem is we can feel isolated a lot as real estate agents. It's a very solo, very tough business because we can get tied up into our fears very easily and isolate ourselves from our teams and other peers and then choose not to do anything, choose not to change. And so what I also want to encourage us today is to lean into the amazing brokerage that we're at, recognize our leadership, the culture, the kind of collaboration we have that doesn't exist at other brokerages, and realize that if you collaborate with your peers differently, like I am choosing to collaborate with you, giving to your peers will give to your business. Can I get an I if you believe that? Aye. Love it. So there's your anchor for today's session. So very quickly, Before we even get into anything, we're going to do 2 exercises. You're going to write down immediately in your life what comes to you in your gut. It's like instant, it's like overflowing emotion. 1 or 2 things that you know that you need to change in your business that you've chosen not to. Okay? Could be something that you've been to another conference before, and ever you're like, I'm going to change this one thing, right? And it could be personal, right? Who here doesn't work out in the morning? Who here has a cocktail late at night every night? Used to be me, okay? You got to change something, otherwise you're choosing it to happen. So right now, write down some things you know you need to change and anchor yourself in creating change for today. 30 seconds. Wish I had a timer. Do 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 do. It's my Jeopardy music. 2, 3 things. Write them down. Don't stop. If you're not writing, you're not doing it. You're not writing anything down. Wow, she knew. Okay, I love that for you. What are you changing? Otherwise, you're choosing it. Great. So now that you've anchored yourself, we're going to do a team exercise and figure out who's in the room, okay? We want some transparency here because you want to collaborate with your peers. Who here would like to collaborate with somebody in this room? Or for those of you online, find somebody who you know that's a similar volume class as you, both transactions and sales, that's struggling with the same problems as you, that you can work together on as accountability peers to improve your business. Who here would love that? Say aye. Aye. Very good. So let's start. Who here is only selling a couple homes a year, 2, 3 transactions a year? Raise your hand. Love it. Okay. Let's do annually. So here's under 5 transactions per year. Raise your hand. Perfect. Go look at your peers. Go my eyeballs. These are your people. Okay. Who here is under 12 transactions a year? Raise your hand. Great. Look at your peers. Look at eyeballs. Eyeballs, eyeballs, eyeballs. Perfect. Who here is under 24 transactions per year? Perfect. Got to get in some heavy hitters. Keep them up. Keep them up. Look at your peers. Who are they? This is who you want to partner with. Okay, who's under 36 transactions per year? A couple of you guys. Nice. And who here is over 36 transactions per year? Sam, raise your hand. No, you are. Okay. He's maybe a guy you might want to talk to. Up back here, love that for you. Yes, yes. We want to collaborate, okay? So there's your context to the room. Okay, let's put some sales numbers behind it because I think both are important. I used to have a mentor in Idaho, okay? Kyle, great guy, selling over 500 homes per year. And I joke, I was like, what's your sales volume though? He's like, oh, about 80 million. I was like, wait, you sold 500 homes? It's like average price point was like under 100,000. I said, well, we have very different businesses, right? Because my average price point is like 940,000. So if I sold, well, I did sell 550 transactions, so we'll talk about that. But it's very different businesses, okay? So who here is under 3.5 million? Raise your hand, up high. Collaborate with your peers, okay? Who here is below 7 million? Great. Look at your peers, who you're partnering with. Who here is under 12 million? Nice. Who's here under 24 million? Great. Look at your peers. Raise them high. This is an important category. And then who here is over 24 million? Give them a round of applause. Okay. Those categories are so important because how you scale your business in each individual one of those steps, A, I have been there, and B, it is going to look different for you. And we're going to talk through those principles in today's exercise, okay? Let's do a little story time with Jason to understand who I am, what my context is, and why I'm giving you this kind of seminar. So I started my career as a store manager at Target, also known as Target, okay? And I got licensed with the intention to make $3,500 my first year because that was the cost of getting licensed. Who here thinks I underestimated my expectations? I immediately joined a team, and I joined the team who taught the course with Dan. He taught my course, I became licensed, I was like, I need a team. I joined his team, okay? I sold nothing for 6 months, and then I sold 9 homes in the second half of the year. I saved $38,000, which was a 10x of my goal, and I looked at my wife, I said, babe, we just changed our lives. It was a life-changing moment for me. She was in law school. I was making good money, but all the money was going out the door. We're paycheck to paycheck, and every dollar I made in real estate went to taxes. Joking. It was savings. It was really remarkable. The next year, I doubled sales. The year after that, I went solo and then started the Shepherd Homes Group. And the Shepherd Homes Group has been around now for just about 5.5, 6 years. And the year I quit Target, I was working a 50-hour-a-week job with 400 employees running the Potomac Yards Target in Alexandria. I sold just over $160 million in production this year. Okay, I made 3 times as much as I made as a Target store manager and netted $1 million in personal income for the first time. Who here thinks I should have quit the job sooner? But let me tell you, that is a story of scarcity. I was in such a deep place of scarcity that I needed to have such a large number in the bank account before I could take that leap of faith for myself, where I had the confidence to do something I was already doing extremely well. And so you all need to recognize that if you lead your businesses with fear, you will cripple your business, okay? You will cripple your business every single time. So after I quit, our team doubled sales almost, and then we've continued to grow. And last year we sold 554 transactions, which is crazy. Thank you. Just over $360 million in production. And the biggest thing that I have kind of struggled with is my individual production. We'll talk about why. But I sold $102 million in individual production last year for 152 transactions. Crazy. So, yes, I'm still alive. I'm not a robot. Okay. What is that in net? It's well over $2 million in individual commissions to myself, plus team production, and that's led to lots of opportunities in flipping, development companies, other structures of business, et cetera. And it's amazing what real estate can do. And for all of you, you need to realize something very dramatic and important in your business, which is this fact. I work the same leads that you do. I'm in the same market that you are. I'm at the same brokerage as you. I have the same resources, support, and people. There is nothing that is exclusive to me that you cannot and already have. So then what is the difference? It comes down to 3 things. The access to information, which you're getting today, right? Your choice to implement that information in your business, what you do not change, you choose, and then how hard you work in your business. That's it. Let's write that down, yeah? What's number 1? Access to information. Now, you happen to be at a really amazing brokerage. Last time I checked, I can call the CEO, I can call the production team, I can call Mike Briggs only with my problems, right? I can reach out to other agents, right? I'm available. You can call my cell phone pretty much any time. Please be careful. Not everybody blow me up. But that available information is there, okay? My real estate course, which I actually sell online, is free to the entire brokerage on Cardinal Nest. 24 hours of me teaching you every single thing I could ever do is available for free. So is the information there? Can I get an aye?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, absolutely. So then what's the second thing next, right? Thank you. To choose to implement the information. See, it's not about implementing the information. It's about choosing to implement the information. It's a choice. Sometimes we think it's the obstacles of our life, career, and circumstances which prevent us from doing something. It is not. It is a choice, okay? Everyone has success stories. There's people who are given amazing businesses, have amazing businesses, but it's often a choice. And then the last piece is?
Work hard.
Work hard, okay? What's your schedule? Don't have one. That was a trick question, okay? There's no schedule. Okay, I tell my team all the time, I said, if you were employed, okay, like you had a real job, a J-O-B, okay, do you know what those are? A J-O-B, and you showed up to your J-O-B at 11 a.m. in your sweatpants, would you keep employed? No. Okay, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna just crush lead gen, drinking a Mai Tai at 2 p.m. on a Saturday instead of hosting an open house, am I gonna crush my business? But because real estate doesn't have a lot of transparency to what we do, and it can lack accountability due to that transparency, it becomes highly important that you are accountable to how hard you work in your business. You understand? Very important. And so for me, even now, my normal work schedule, let's be transparent, is I generally wake up around 6, and then stay in bed till about 6:20. I don't wake up easily, okay? My wife's like, get out of bed! That's how I get out of bed every morning. I work out. I take care of myself every day. And on my way to the gym, I clear my email, okay? And I am 100% inbox free when I start my day. But I work out first, sit in the sauna, take a cold shower, and drive to the office. I have a Zoom call with my team from 9 until 9:30. That's all staff meeting. If you are not prepared, you do not get on the Zoom call, okay? You have a one-on-one with me when I get in the office, which means everyone is prepared, okay? From 9 to 9:30. At 9:30, I have all of my morning meetings from 9:30 until 11. Full staff, everybody who needs my attention. And then from 11:30 through the rest of the day, I'm in production. It's that simple. Appointments are in the evenings, but you got to time block your week. And we'll talk about time blocking in a whole different session. Yes? 9 to 9:30 standing meeting without question. Monday through Friday. Yeah, Monday through Friday. I have lots of team structure, but that's my individual start to the morning. Highly accountable. You have to figure out your schedule for you and commit to it, okay? So now let's segue hard and get into a 4-principle basis. Are we ready? Do you like the windmill thing I did? Really getting after it. Okay, so you have 4 foundational principles to your business. I believe that as realtors, I'm from Canada, so I often have an accent. It's like realtors, I don't know. I believe that we're fully in control of our circumstances, okay? We choose everything that we do. And let's talk about these in order. So first is our database. Who here has talked about building a database before? Say aye. Aye. Okay, who here has a database? Raise your hand if you do. Where is your database? KV Core. KV Core, Excel. Okay. I believe a database needs to live in 2 locations, not 1. And I believe that they have very different purposes. And I'm going to say I believe because I can't say everything I'm saying is fact, but I can tell you that I sold 100 million last year. So I might think that what I do might work really well. Yeah? Okay. The CRM is where your database lives, but it is a much larger database than what you might think. Once you start buying leads, who here buys leads? Some of you? Who here gets inbound phone calls or opportunities that fill up your CRM? We're going to fix that today. Everybody needs to do some lead gen, okay? These all go into the CRM, not into your personal database, okay? CRM is not for day-to-day communication, everyone. A CRM is for mass automation of communication within a marketing strategy. I don't know if I can even say that again. Please, can you say it again? It is for mass automation and communication to a database, is what the CRM is for, okay? If I'm buying leads and I have leads coming into me, for example, in my database, I have 14,000 contacts in my CRM. I'm just going to call every single one? No. They're all nurtured in different categories. Some of them are on an email campaign. Some of them are a text message campaign. Some of them are on a combination. Some of them are called by our agents. Some of them are not called by our agents. Some of them are on a mailing campaign, right? You need to treat the database like a true database and target the database appropriately for what the data is. And this is the purpose of the CRM. It's also used for accountability, okay? For those of you who are going to scale, like Sam in the back, who's got a team, for individual agents who are going to hire an assistant, unless you've got data, right, and you've got the ability to track your business, you will not scale. And all of you need to treat your business like a business. You knew the answer. You knew the answer, but you're not treating it like a business. Okay? You're not treating it like a business. The purpose of the CRM is for what? You're getting there. Yeah, you're really starting to feel it, okay? That's its purpose. It can also be used as a personal branding website, tool to track and bring leads into you, right? Which I had my CRM system be my website for many years. There's some limitations there, but it's a great place to start. So, but also another great way to brand yourself, right? How you're communicating to your audience is systemized and is branded. However, It is not the most important thing for almost any realtor's business. For almost every single realtor, it is really good for working leads, but it's really mostly used for teams. Why? I've got 26 agents on my team now. We generate as much as 200 inbound lead opportunities per month. 200 per month. Okay? There's no way we can manage 200 new opportunities into our system, delegated to 26 people plus our ISA sales team, and not manage that data appropriately. We'd be so lost. So you understand at scale why it's there? And you're thinking, Jason, I'm not even buying leads. I don't even know who's in my CRM. And I might not even know how to log in. Anybody there? Okay, I love you. Give her a round of applause for some transparency, okay? Selling $12 million a year, doesn't know how to log into her CRM. God bless you, okay? We've all been there. Transparency. And this is why I want to keep your business just a little bit more simple. To this day, I preach and fully fulfill something called a pipeline report. Now, I'm not going to show you today. You know why? I have a whole video session on my course on the pipeline report. Okay, so you can go watch it. But I want to explain it to you and understand how it is a foundational principle to your business. Who of you have a line listing of every single person you know? Name, phone number, contact, and address. See, that's not full information. Name, phone number, email, and address. How many of you? Raise your hand. 5% of the room. 5% ain't I. 5%'s like, aye. Now, if we know the foundational principle to our business is our database, and 5% of you have an actual database, 95% of you have already given up on your business. Damn. Can I swear, Donnie? God damn. This is your job, your J-O-B. Do it. Do it. Do your J-O-B. You have a contact list. Write it down. Now, let me tell you, people hire me to coach them. I keep on increasing it. It's now $2,000 for an hour, for a one-on-one coaching session, okay? When they hire me, guess what I start with? I said, do not meet with me and spend like $10 a minute on me telling you to create an Excel spreadsheet with your contacts. Right. Do it before you come meet with me. Because you do not have a business without this, okay? So it starts with your SOI. Now your SOI is going to be into 3 categories. So this is an action plan. You're building your business right now, okay? So in your Excel spreadsheet with the people you know, your SOI should be divided into 3 contacts. People that you kind of know. If I call up Susan, she's like, who is this? That's that category. But you know her. Maybe she's from church, right? Maybe she knows your kid. I don't know. But she's a contact that you should be aware of. And you cannot assume that Susan knows your real estate agent and let alone wants to work with her, okay? Category 1 is people that you're familiar with. Category 2 is people you're friends with, okay? I have a lot of people in my network. Thankful to my wife. I'm like a hermit that only works. My wife is a social butterfly. She is out there. She's like, dinner. I'm like, okay? Figure out those people. Bring them into your world. Get them into your contact list, okay? If you call them, they know who you are. Friends. People who know you, okay? The third category is people that you want to know. Like, that guy's cool. Man, she was really neat. Right? They'd be good for my network. These are not businesses. These are people that you know could be valuable to in your world, right? Let's say you want to breach into the high-end market and you want to join a country club or something and start meeting new people. That's on that list. The people that you want to aspire to know to change your network is on this list. Because guess what? If you only network with high individuals, high net worth individuals, is your entire network high net worth individuals? Okay. Who here knows I love cars? Love them. Had a Ferrari, just had a 911, just sold it. I'm going to buy a Lamborghini this summer. I'm not going to be late in that. It's going to be so fun, okay? That is just not something fun that I love and do. It is a tool to build a network. I'm in 2 car clubs. I go to all of their events. When I show up to a location at a dinner and I do VIP parking in front and I get out of my car, Everything changes the persona of who I connect with. I can track a direct correlation to the people I've been hired by when I've got an appointment in the right car. I had a client where he knew I was a door opener. I was showing up as a door opener. I let him know I left something in my car, parked my Ferrari in front, said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'll be right back." Opened up my Ferrari, took out my bag, walked in. He said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm your real estate agent. Let's go tour this house." And he bought a $1.8 million house with me.
That's right.
Okay, so thank you. That is your third category. It's your aspirational category. Okay, so this is your SOY. Now here's one that I really need you to lean into, which is so painful for me. It's like I'm almost mourning for you. Okay, which is your past client list. Can you write down at this moment every single past client, name, phone number, email, and address that you've transacted with since you were licensed? Give her a round of applause. Okay, how many is that?
Last time I counted, it was 48 that still I'm in touch with. Some I lost touch with. That's what I do every January. That's my number.
Well, it's good. You're ahead of 95% of people here. Okay? So important. Now, the quality of your business is the size of your SOI list and your past client list. Okay? I personally have around 680 to 700 past clients that still live in the DMV. It's a lot. Out of those past clients, I stay in touch with them. I have a gifting campaign, mail. I throw like $100,000 all-in summer party for my clients, like mega summer party. They get a custom-made real Christmas wreath with a handwritten card from me at Christmas. And some of my other faiths get some really creative gifts because we sent Christmas wreaths to like some of my Jewish clients that didn't go well. So we're working that out, okay? We do a phone call to them. My assistant calls them all and checks in with them every 6 months. It's an intense process to connect with our people. Now, can you believe that that process makes me $1 million every single year?
Yes. Wow.
The business does not need to be complicated, but it does need to be in control. Okay? So right now, your biggest two tasks and your takeaways from today is you need to have an Excel spreadsheet on Google Sheets. It's on the cloud. So if you lose your laptop, it's on the cloud. Of your SOI list and your past client list. And your past client list, ready for this, needs to be sorted by year. From your very first year of production to your current year of production. Now, simultaneously in creating this, you're going to do two additional things in your business. You're going to see a very transparent outlook on the growth of your business year over year. Wow, I did 1 transaction, did 4, did 8, did 2, what happened? Did 16, did 20, did 4, what happened? And if you don't see continual growth, it is the complete litmus test that you are not doing what you need to do in your business. Yes? Agree with that? Say aye.
Aye.
We have a question.
Do you duplicate those who have repeat business?
Absolutely. And then I treat them like the king and queen or whatever else they want to be. Okay? Special gifts. Gifts from Tiffany's. I love doing organizing gifts where I'll send an organizer to them for a full day for 8 hours. I mean, we treat them like royalty, right? Anybody who's given you a check for $20,000, man, we take that for granted, I think, all the time. We feel entitled to it. Do not. That is a tremendous amount of money, and you should be thankful for it when you get a referral, okay? Treat them like the kings and queens. So, if you just do this, and then you call them all, you're going to have success?
Yes.
I would sure think you're going to find some immediate success. Now, it's so funny how hard this is to do. This is an administration task. Realtors, we're like ADD on steroids, right? And we don't like to do it. Hire somebody to do it if you can't do it. Figure it out and do it. And now, time is amazing. We can compress time, right? Or we can expand time. Could you all do this today? I disagree. How many people are in your SOI and your past client list? It's getting hot in here, right? How many?
Maybe 12.
12. Okay, how long does it take down 12 names, 12 emails, 12 addresses, and even call them all? Couple hours? And you said you can't do it today.
Oh, no, I have one.
How many do you have? Let's challenge your limiting belief.
How many clients do I have?
How many past clients and people in your SOI?
About 150.
150. Who here thinks she could do that today? Burn the midnight oil, work until 2 a.m.
No.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. How much do you care about your business? Guys, I work until 11 or midnight, 5 or 6 days a week. Every single week. You know why? I'm so excited about my business. And if you're not excited about your business, go do something else. Get excited about your business. Now, when you get excited about your business, it's because you're really competent at your business, okay? Who here thinks being a patent attorney is super exciting? What happens is if you become excellent at being a patent attorney, you become passionate about being a patent attorney because you're really good at it. And so lean into being really good at what you do. Lean into the passion of your business and work until 2 a.m. Who here thinks she can get it done today? Now that, my dear, is a choice. No one's stopping you. Last is growth and projections. What's really amazing is when you are tracking your pipeline, you're going to add in one final category, which is new business. Now, I have a pipeline that shows all new buyer business and all new listing business, and it's long. My current buyer list of buyers that I'm working with is around 60 people long, okay? 20 of them are ready to transact now, 40 of them are being nurtured, and they're on that list. Manual input, I'm looking at it. And I sort them from first to close to last to close. And I know exactly when they're all going to transact. In fact, I can control when they're going to transact. Because if I go call, what's your name?
Nora.
If I go call Nora, and I say, hey girl. And she says, hi, I found 2 properties that I love for you that I think meet all your criteria. Can you meet me on Saturday and see them? Yes. I'm in control. Pre-negotiate the contract, have the conversation, talk to her lender in advance, set everything up, have the paperwork pre-written, have the offer in a little booklet for her to sign and show up, get emotional commitment. I think I'd probably get a transaction. Change the way that you think. On the listing side, I carry over 120 contacts in my manual inputted pipeline of business. Why? Listings take forever. Forever and ever and ever. My longest nurture was 3.5 years before they listed. You know why? He was retiring. Oh, when are you retiring? He told me when he was retiring. Long-term nurture strategy. You know why? He's going to sell. I know he wanted to move to North Carolina. Yes.
So how come you get those contacts from? The list that I have.
You know how I met him? Door knocking. I don't door knock anymore, but 3.5 years ago I was. Open house, door knock, door knock, door knock. 10 doors. 10 doors takes you 30 minutes, door knock. He was out, well, and a door knock is not always a door knock. He was mowing his lawn. I said, lawn looks great. He said, thanks, stop yelling at me. I said, sorry, I'm loud. That's how I found out. $1.25 million listing, 3.5% commission in Vienna. My team double-sided the transaction. $53,000 in commission. Worth the long-term nurture? Yes. I sure think so. And this is where we now control our growth. And you can look at your database. Sure. Database is the CRM. Database is your pipeline. You can say, how many transactions did I commit to this year? 24, 20, 18? And you can say, well, how many buyers do I got? I got 6. How many listings do I got? I got 3. How far am I to my goal? 50%. What do I need to do this week to generate X? Whoa, you're now in control. And so what the pipeline does is it creates complete transparency to whether you're meeting or not meeting your goals. Do you understand this? It is much more than just a SOI contact list. It is a barometer of your success that you cannot hide from. You can hide from a CRM. We don't even know how to log in, some of you. But with an Excel spreadsheet that you can print out, hold physically in front of you, you cannot escape it. Do we understand that? Say aye. Wonderful. Moving on to the next one, which is business structure. Now, many of you are saying, Jason, I'm not ready to add anything to my business, and I think you're completely wrong. So if you are doing under 12 transactions, you should all be outsourcing TC. All of you. okay? I knew Samson's resources were great because I've had in-house TC for a long time, but I built my business on TC because don't forget, I was a store manager at Target. I cannot look at email during the day. I cannot look at text messages during the day. So on my very first transaction, I had a TC because I needed it immediately. So I had leverage from day one. And I scaled my real estate business up to 160 plus transactions a year with a pay-at-close TC. You know why? Hiring an employee is high risk. Right? Hiring a TC is high risk. I didn't have the time to train, bring them on, and add payroll. But I could scale through third-party TC. I asked our lovely Samson team what our cost of TC was, and I shit myself, okay? I was like, what the, it's like, I don't understand. A transaction is only $250 for TC. Industry standard is like $380 if you were doing a lot of transactions, and as high as $600 per transaction. Donnie, what did you do? How did you? You should charge more. You should charge way more. I'm telling them. That's nuts. Listing and marketing is only $300, and for the full concierge package, it's only $450. That includes branding, marketing, print center, design, mail. Shit, I gotta hire a full-time employee for that. It's only $450 a transaction. What if a mailer went out and you sold another $1 million house? Shame on you for not doing it. You gotta blow up these people back here and sign up for some third-party TC. It's absolutely insane. So my commitment to all of you is that you commit to me that all of you are going to try a TC for the first time. Can you say that? Say aye. Aye. Okay, on your next transaction. Why? Because it's going to change your mindset. Do you know if one of you email me for something, do you know what my response is? I don't even respond. My assistant manages my email. How about that? Now, if you get to me by email, guess what my response is? It looks like you have not CC'd my TC. Adding Dane to respond. Thanks. You know why? He is much better at it than I am. You do not want me managing my own transaction. You do want me negotiating and solving problems, but not managing it or talking to the title company or logging into Qualia or figuring out SkySlope. I don't know how to log into SkySlope. Okay? And you shouldn't either. You should leverage the resources that you have. You know why? The value of your time as a realtor is insane when it comes to prospecting, not emailing. Yes? Can we agree? Say aye. Aye. So leverage your resources at Samson effective immediately. You will all be doing your next transaction through Samson's TC program, and you're going to try the listing program as well. Now, whenever you try something new, it's hard, it's uncomfortable, you're going to have to let go, which means you're going to have to do it a couple of times until you figure out what's the best thing for you. You're also going to have to get over the limiting belief that you believe that your service and quality of service is higher with you doing the job than outsourcing it. I'm sorry, it's just not true. It is just not true. 152 transactions. I sold 27 transactions in the month of June last year. Raving reviews. Please go look at my reviews online. 480 five-star reviews on Zillow. My clients love me. I love them. And you know why? I'm always there for the problem. I'm available 24 hours a day, but I have that flexibility because everything is outsourced with TC. Okay? Next thing is you're going to have to eventually scale with an admin and a showing agent. And so two aspects here. So when I scaled, I think the biggest thing for everyone to understand is that you should operate a business that's pay at closing. Also, I'll mention Samson's resources are all paid at closing. Okay? So you have no expense until when you have the transaction. Build your business at pay at closing. If you do that, you have no downside. You have no risk. But at some point, when you're making around $120,000 a year in real estate, if you want to go to $250,000, $300,000, and you want to make $500,000 a year in real estate, you're going to need a showing agent and you're going to need an admin. Otherwise, you'll have no life. And start with the showing agent, because I don't know about you, who here would work for me, take a very small percentage of every single one of my transactions and do all of the work for me? Who would do that? Some of you? Okay, would you learn a lot? I think someone do it for free? Okay, we'll talk about it. No. There's a piece there where having somebody with you and giving a portion of your business away, again, it's paid at closing. That realtor has no loss, except for they get to show homes. Who here thinks showing homes is valuable? How do you learn the market? I remember when I first got licensed in Washington, D.C., I was like, how do you even show a condo in D.C.? Where do you park? I was like, I thought condos were hard in Virginia. And then I was like, wait, there's over 100 lockboxes and there's rats? So I was like, I was like, how do I do this? Right, my car's towed, it's like crazy. So having the ability to show and do the work is really powerful in your business, okay? And whatever you do at scale, you get better at, right? If you go to the batting ring and you hit the batter thing, can you tell I love sports? And you do it more than anyone else, you're going to be more successful. So that's benefit, yes.
Yes, so when you have a showing name, so you still negotiate with the client, or he's the one that takes care of it?
I'm showing houses right now. Right now, I'm showing houses. I already sold 2 houses today. I ratified one right before I walked up here.
Call the clients and negotiate.
Of course. My clients are on a group text with me. They know what's going on. I made the selections. All the homes we're about to see, I've pre-negotiated. I've talked to them about it. I made the selections. A lot of the time, my clients don't even select their homes. I select the homes for them. I know the market. Who here knows a townhome in Springfield? Seen them all? I'm not going to make the client do the work. I'm going to do the work for the client. I'm providing way more service. Okay? And they're showing homes on their schedule, not on mine. Again, higher service. My showing agent was prepped and I educated him in advance. He knows everything about what's going on. Okay? And I pre-negotiated all the contracts, so they already knew which one they liked. I already knew the agents. I already had the offer pre-written. All he has to do is press send and it's signed. Who's providing better service? Don't limit your beliefs. We'll save questions because we need to keep them moving. So do we understand at some point you need to integrate this, okay? And when you're at a consistent 1 to 2 transactions a month is when you provide a showing assistant and you lean into the scale. The other thing that's really amazing about adding somebody into your world is it forces you to be more accountable. It's remarkable what happens because now you have to provide for an agent on your team. You are the provider. There is no relaxing. You have to produce, otherwise that person will leave you, or that person is going to be expecting of you, right? Do we understand how it's much more than just having help? It is also an internal dialogue that changes in the way that you operate, and it's very powerful in your business, yes? Who here agrees? Say aye. Aye. Okay, I'm trying to move faster. Next, we move on to marketing and branding. So here, I think people really overcomplicate marketing and branding, and I think that you can go on the internet and Google absolutely anything that you want and get it, okay? Anything you want and get it, which means that we're bombarded by new opportunities constantly. We never know what to do, and everything seems like the solution. And so we're gonna implement something in your business called the 20% rule. Okay, whatever you implement in your business, it's going to affect your sales negatively by 20% for 3 to 6 months every time you implement it. Okay? Why? Change is not always easy. Make sense? We're going to give some real life examples, but the 20% rule you need to understand and be okay with. Now, as we reverse engineer marketing and branding, you first need to identify what you're going to be known for. So in the past, I have had different marketing niches, but if you look at the Shepherd Homes Group brand, I'm not known for like me and my face. I'm known for the brand, a shepherd, right? A shepherd to me is somebody who sacrifices everything to guide and protect those they care for. It's the mission of what we do. Powerful, meaningful. That's what we want to be known for. But think about the branding. It's very consistent. Blue and white. I'm not wearing blue and white today, which my team was very concerned about. They thought I was like sick. But there's also niches to our business. My niche has been the military for a super long time. 120 military families served year over year over year, every single year. And that network has been super powerful to me. I get calls and emails from people all over the world looking to PCS because I'm known as the PCS guy. So you have to figure out, what is your niche? What are you going to be known for in your community? Now, this can live in many ways in your business. It can be known as the car guy who loves cars, the watch person, the mom who's always the big goods lady, whatever it is. Like, find your niche, find your people, and go deep into the niche. And what happens is we don't go deep enough. Who here's farmed before? Raise your hand. Who here stopped farming? Who here has farmed on enough? Who here knows Irina Babb? Irina, I love you. Love you, girl. I love Irina. Sorry, I was talking to the camera. I wasn't looking at something. I love Irina. She just joined Samson. Give Irina a round of applause. Like forever at Remax, just joined Samson. Why do I love Irina? Well, she's very giving. She taught me how to host open houses. I remember showing up to her open house. I parked my car in the driveway. And she walked in, so well put together. She says, Jason, did you park in the driveway? And I shit myself. I said, yes. She's like, you do not park in the driveway. That is for the people hosting the open. I was like, whoa. She has a standard. And she has owned Cameron Station for forever. Her brand is on point. The color, the brand, sponsor of the coffee shop, the mailers. She has the original architectural drawings of every unit when it was originally built, like by hand. It's remarkable what she knows. And I don't even try to compete against her. I just refer my business to Cameron Station, okay? That's how good she is. But she has manifested her position in that community. Now that is the level of what you are known for that you need to establish in something. It takes a long time to go deep into what you are known for. So take some time and write down right now, what are you going to be known for? And if you have nothing, well, also a problem. But start writing stuff down. What are you going to be known for? What are you going to be known for? If you're growing a team, what is the team known for? If you want an assistant, what do you have to be known for? People don't want to work with people who don't have purpose. I'm going to say that again. People don't want to work for others or anyone that doesn't have purpose. Purpose is so powerful. Purpose is like what you feel, right? Can you tell that I have purpose? That I want to be here, I want to share, I care, right? There's a passion there. Purpose is powerful. So make sure you have got purpose under what we are known for. Next is leading into, I'm gonna skip this for a second and move into social, okay? And so I think people do social wrong all the time, okay? The world of posting just sold and like sold in 2 days is so dead, okay? So what is the purpose of social? Connecting with people? To provide value. Promotion as a person. To attract people. Provide value. Diego, my social media manager in the back. Show inventory. Give Diego a round of applause back there, getting all my content. The purpose of social, in my opinion, is to allow the consumer to get to know you, your purpose, without having to call you. It is a much deeper version of your website and anything you have online. I think I'm at around 400 something posts. I just hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. I sold around 16.5 million in business last year from Instagram. And everybody who reached out to me was like, I think I just picked you because I got to know you. And I saw that you were working with the people that were like me, selling the real estate that I wanted to see. And I just really liked how authentic you were, and I loved your energy. And I've been following you for 6 months. So I checked out your website and kind of got to know you and called. My team has sold real estate because people registered on my website from following me and just got connected to one of my realtors. And it is the human connection that's the next step. I love this quote that I tell my team. When you are a realtor, you need to be a human talking to other humans. Write that down. You need to be a human talking to other humans. I'm going to call it Keller Williams for you, Donnie. You ready for this? Yeah, hi, this is Donnie Sampson with Keller Williams Metro Center Northwest, calling to see if you inquired on 123 Main Street on Realtor.com. Anybody have that script? Good old Keller Williams days? Okay. That is a phone call that doesn't go anywhere anymore. It's a click right away. You know why? It's not a human connecting with a human. It's a salesperson actively trying to sell you on something that is no longer sellable. 12 million transactions in 2019, 4 million transactions in the United States last year. The consumer's different. Average age of the first-time home buyer from the Wall Street Journal was 38 years old last year. Different buyer. 20% of all buyers get help from a family member. Now the family's involved. The people selling, why are they selling? Big life circumstance changes. Death, disease, divorce, give me the Ds. The D's. Diamonds, divorce, disease, diapers. You got it. Big life-changing circumstances. You got to be a human talking to these people. Connect with them genuinely. So you want to define that your social media should be a representation of who you are, what you are known for. Top 2 things that you can do on a regular basis is just show people what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Do not try educational content immediately. It's very hard. I would say 15% of what I do is educational content. My big thing that I do is home tours. This is Jason and Reston, brand new listing, 600,000. Let's go check it out. And then I dictate the walkthrough and I show people my inventory on a day-to-day basis. But it's me. I'm explaining it. I'm fun. It's like interesting. And then it's mixed in with other aspects. Who here thinks that every time they host an open house, they can do a video about the house? It's the best content you can do. So think about this. If you read a routine where you committed to hosting 2 open houses, okay, every single week, that's over 100 open houses every single year. How many buyers are you going to pick up? At least 10. At least 10, okay? In fact, our team conversion, 12.2% of the number of open houses our agents host turns into a transaction. So if you hosted 100 opens, it's 12 transactions, 1 a month. Your price point is the price point of the open you hosted. You host at the $800,000 price point. What is 8 times 12? $10 million in sales times 2% average commission, 200 grand business. Not hard, guys. That's not hard. I just showed you a business how to create 200 grand a year in income. Like, not hard. Like, is that, let's say it together. Not hard. Okay, not difficult. Effort metric. Effort metric. You can host 4 opens every single weekend. You really suck, just host 4. Do more. Okay? Not hard. Yes.
Are you hosting other people's open houses?
I'm just going to fact check myself right now. Do we just become the biggest brokerage in the area?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. Have we been like holding and hosting more inventory than any other brokerage in Northern Virginia for kind of a second?
Yes.
Okay. And can we co-host any of our listings within the brokerage? Okay. Just not hard. Okay. Pretty easy. Checking all the boxes. Okay, so where are we going with this? If I do those opens and I produce a video for every single open, that's also 100 Instagram videos that I post. Your first 20 are going to be so terrible. The next 20 are going to be also pretty terrible, but they're not going to be cringe. The next 20 are going to be like, well, this person's not a moron. And then after that, you're going to have some okay content. Okay, my very first video was my very first luxury listing. It was ultra luxury. It was 3.2 million list price. I was like, if I don't fucking post a video now, I'm never gonna post it. Okay, I was drenched in sweat by the end. I shot it myself. I shot the whole Instagram video and then I lost the video. We all start somewhere, guys. Okay, that was 3.5 years ago. So that's social. Last is master 1 lead source at a time. I want you to all understand that you need to do 1 thing at a time because of the 20% rule. I know so many people that are like, I'm going to buy Realtor.com leads. I'm going to start Google pay-per-click. I'm going to get uploaded on YLopo. I'm going to do a YLopo CRM campaign. I'm going to start posting on social media, and I'm going to boost the social media platform. I'm going to blow $7,000 a month, and it's going to be great. None of it works. Not 1 lead comes through. And it's, well, it's the lead source, it's not me. No. Everyone works the same leads. Everyone works the same leads. It's either a Google or online generated lead, like KV Core's Facebook, so that's online, okay? It's a portal lead, like HomeLight or Fast Expert, where they're doing the advertising and selling you the opportunity. Major paid resource like Zillow that's coming into you live, like Ojo Plus, which is also live transfer. And those are your 3 categories. Your final category is individual social or website, which is very difficult to do at a high level, and that's why you do it last. So you have to say, I got to spend some money to make more money. Okay, I'm so into marketing ROI and LTV to CAC. LTV to CAC is long-term value to customer acquisition cost. Okay, we have calculations of LTV to CAC. And you're just like, what with the who? Okay, our marketing ROI report shows us the exact ROI of every single lead source that we have month over month, year over year, and separates it as a total percentage of our business, getting to 100%. And we don't let anything become more than 15 to 18% of our business, because if it goes away, that's too much of our business to be eliminated. 54% of the 554 transactions, 54% of the 554, was a team-generated opportunity at Cheperdak Homes Group. So we must be doing something there. That's right. And it all started with one lead source at a time. So pick something, okay? Let's take Realtor.com, for example. If you want to start spending money, go talk to a lender partner, talk to somebody, and they're going to share ad spend with you if you're referring business to them. Has to be RESPA compliant. And figure out a partnership there and start spending some money and test it. But only do one source, because you're going to learn very quickly that each source operates differently. And I want you to write something down, which is I must define who the lead is for the source. I must define who the lead is for the source. A Realtor.com lead is much more intention-oriented than a random Google or Facebook lead. If I'm on Facebook and I click on an ad, it's because I thought the house looked cute, not because I'm shopping. On Realtor.com, I chose to go to a real estate platform, right? That's for real estate, to shop for real estate, and then click on an ad. Does that make sense? Different leads. Conversion, though, if you're like phenomenal, is 6% on Realtor.com. That's like if you're good. But it's really closer to 2 to 4%. So if you buy 100 leads and you call them a minimum of 9 times per lead, you have a 4% conversion rate. I guarantee you, the vast majority of you are not willing to do that work. You are a salesperson, not in a job, running a business. And businesses do what? They market. They create a brand. They generate opportunities. Those opportunities generate into dollars. And then you take those dollars and you reinvest them in your business, into your business. And so we're going to then use that to now segue, because I'm watching my time, to segue into financial planning and forecasting. So as we lean into marketing, we're going to talk about the 15% rule. And I believe that 15% of the money that you make, and this is before tax, off of gross, needs to go to marketing. It's a big number. Okay, so if you're making, and actually, it's actually not that big at the same time. If you're making $100K a year, that's $15,000 or $1,200 a month that's going to marketing. Now, the irony of the one lead at a time rule is that you often only have the marketing budget for one lead at a time. If you want to buy like 20 Realtor.com leads a month, it's like $2,000 a month. Well, you're now exceeding your 15% if you're making $100,000 a year. But let's run the numbers. If I buy 20 Realtor.com leads a month, yeah? Times 12 months, that's 240 leads. Let's do an average conversion rate of 3.5%. It's 8.5 transactions. If you did 8.5 transactions, I would guarantee at least one of those is going to be a buy-sell. Yeah? Yeah? Can I get an aye? Get a little energy in the room. So we're at 9 transactions, okay? And because I did a great job, I'm going to get a referral from one of those. Okay? It's 10 transactions. Average price point, 500. Let's do 620,000. I'm at 6.2 million in sales. I'm getting a really good, okay? Times 2.5% average commission is 155,000. Whoa, I'm going to write that number over here for us. Probably more like $2,400 a month. So you invested 2,400 times 12. Let's round up to 30,000. A 300% minimum return, even if you're bad. Okay, then let's put this into reality. 240 leads times 8 phone calls is 1,920 follow-ups. Times 2, because you should follow up with a text each time, 3,840 follow-up attempts to make $155,000. You divide 3,840 by 240 leads. We did that. By 155,000. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Hold. Still stay excited. All right. That's $40 for every follow-up attempt I've made. Every text I sent, every call I made $40 every single time. Whoa. Is it hot in here? Whoo! That's crazy. But that's work. That's real work. You guys need to figure out, is that what I want to do? Or do I just focus on building this? I think everyone needs to start with building this. And once you're building this, you're feeling good about it, there's just no way you're going to build your business doing this. There's maybe like 10, 15, 20 realtors that have like a 30 million plus business in our entire market that are only SOI. That's it. Some of the top agents are blowing $25,000 to $30,000 a month as solo agents, trying to do $30, $40 million a year. Okay? I have like $1 million a year marketing budget. Crazy. And you have to spend money to make money, okay? But we're gonna do it, let's say it together. One lead at that was so bad. Ready? One lead at a time. It's pretty good. Okay. Very good. Now, once we're there, you do need to have a real business plan that has some forecasting and financials involved. Okay? And I think the easiest way, in fact, I know the easiest way for you to manage your business is not by doing a mega profit and loss statement right now, okay? Real businesses should have one. But instead, I want to just simplify your businesses and say, what am I going to make? What is going to go to marketing? And what is going to go to me? And then stop. Many people never get there. What is going to go to marketing? What is going to go to me? And then what is going to go to taxes? Oh, taxes, okay? And then pick one more category, okay? That next category is an expansion category. I'm gonna hire somebody, I'm gonna invest in something, I'm gonna start a farm. That's the next thing, and project it, okay? And then I want you to create 2 numbers in your business. I want you to look at all your past transactions and look at your average net per transaction. Average net per transaction. I know my net individually and for the team. It is the ultimate perfect way to forecast revenue. Why? Well, it's a very clear number. If I know my average net is $17,500 and I do 100 transactions, what's my revenue? $1,720,000. Boom. So easy. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't overcomplicate the business. Now, if I know that number, we're going to lean into our last exercise because I'm already over time, which is your business plan. And I'm giving you the gift for today, which is a business plan guide. And I'm going to anchor you in 2 things. Can I erase this now? If you need it, there's a lovely lady right here who wrote the whole thing down on a perfect Excel spreadsheet because she is OCD and you can steal it from her. Okay? And I'm just going to write one more thing on this magical board and take this side here. Okay? Which is the only thing that you care about is the number of transactions and net per transaction. We're going to pick someone in the audience who would like to be a volunteer, somebody doing around 12 transactions a year. Love it. Give a round of applause, please. With enthusiasm. What's your goal? How many transactions would you like to do?
50.
50? Is that realistic for you?
It is.
How many did you do last year?
39.
39. How many have you ratified this year?
30.
Already this year? Since January.
Since January,
Sold more than me if that's the case.
actually, yeah, 28, I think, almost 30.
Almost 30
Two that are in the works.
since January.
Correct.
You were going to retire?
No.
Okay, that's crazy. But let's run with it. So your goal is to do 50 transactions.
Correct.
Okay. Do you know where your transactions came from?
Yes.
Where did they come from?
Sphere of influence.
All of them?
All of them.
Tell me more. How do people know you? This is great for the team.
I have a huge presence on Facebook and WhatsApp.
Okay.
I have a huge community of African immigrants that have been following me for I have a master's degree in translation studies.
I can't even spell immigrants. I'm just going to put I am.
So they come to me for translation services. I have a translation agency in DC. So they come for translation services.
Okay, everyone shut the front door. Okay, what's her niche?
Immigrants.
But what kind of immigrants?
African immigrants.
From where?
From Africa.
All of Africa. Is there a niche in Africa?
Yes.
Where in Africa? Is it a specific location in Africa?
Really no, because
All of Africa.
Yeah, East Africa, Central Africa. Like
What is she known for? If you're moving to America from Africa, you're calling her. Now think about what that niche has done for her business. And then that's all she does. Now, is it hard to get past 50 transactions? You can go past 50?
I can.
Do you have any support help?
Not yet.
Do you have any TC?
No.
How many hours a week do you work?
I'm sorry.
How many hours a week do you work?
I work until my eyes close. So usually almost 16 hours a day.
So I would probably say that it's going to be very difficult to do more than this because you're averaging 5 transactions a month,
Yes.
right? Now, you could also do 100 transactions pretty easily if you had support help.
Right.
So what do you need to do?
Hire help.
Okay, so in her business plan, she needs to outsource everything to TC Effective,
Now, yesterday, actually.
and you need to hire an admin. So you, my dear, are in admin status. Okay, you need to hire someone, pay them $60,000 to $70,000 a year, and you need to hire them now.
Yes.
Post the job posting today. Okay, they need to manage your email. They need to be a group text with all of your clients. They need to do all your listing coordination. Everything that Samson doesn't do, they need to do beyond that. Every single thing that is a administration task, they need to take off of your plate. Easy. And then you need to expand. What's your average price point?
300,000.
Bing, bing, bing. Now, what's the roadblock to her current niche?
Price.
Okay. Now, some of you may have only sold half of what you sold, but made way more.
Right.
So do you want to lean into this niche?
Not really.
Nope. You want to hire a showing assistant that closes 100% of this business.
Correct.
Do you see how quickly we're formulating a business plan for her? It's not hard. Cool, but again, that's a separate, very key niche. I think she needs to scale quickly into something else. Leaning into an embassy, that's so hard. Good luck. Like 8 years later. Could be, but I think it's derailing a very clear niche that's already here. And it's not scalable. That's like a 5-year plan. So if you look at this, you need to outsource this. If you had a showing agent, they could do the majority of the work. After 6 months, they'd be trained. They can take everything start to close. All you do is the consultation, and then they close it. Consult, delegate. Consult, delegate. How many consultations could you do? Double, triple, quadruple?
Absolutely.
Could you have 4 showing agents and just do consultations all day? Do you understand the scale? Okay. Then you got to add on another source. What else do you love to do?
In terms of what? A niche or a target?
Yeah. What areas do you serve? Community.
Berkeley County.
Okay?
Washington County and Frederick County.
What county would you want to close the most in?
Washington County.
Washington County. So Wash County. You now need to look at sources of business in Washington County specifically. Okay? That's Realtor.com, Zillow, all of the online paid sites. Look at who your competition is in Washington County. It's all public knowledge. You guys can go in Zillow marketing right now and see every single zip code I'm advertising in. I'm everywhere. I blow a ton of money there. So now you look at Washington County. You figure out where's the market least saturated, so you have the easiest way to enter into the market. You look at your marketing budget, and you own one source in Washington County until no one has any grasp on that lead source except for you. And then you move on to your next lead source. And you do that over and over and over again every 6 months. Every 6 months, you're going to implement a new lead source. And you're going to forecast, okay? When you buy leads, you're going to buy 100 leads, conversion rate's 4%. You're going to do the math over and over and over again until you've scaled into the number of transactions you think you can handle. Do you understand how looking at the business formulaically from the number of transactions becomes very scalable and projectable? Yes? Can we get an I? But that's not for everyone. But where you are, that's completely it. But at the same time, you're choosing a market. So I've chosen very specific markets, like Vienna, Fairfax Station. I compete against some of you in those businesses because I want my average price point to be $850,000 for the team. And I'm pushing for an average price point of $1.1 million in my individual business this year. Okay? I don't want to sling 150 transactions a year. I want to do about 75 transactions, but still sell 100 million. To do that, I need to increase my price point. Understand? And so the market that you choose to serve, where you choose to operate, is the price point. And that's a direct impact. Because I would probably say me doing 12 transactions at 1.2 million is a much better business than doing 50 transactions at 300,000. So you need to outsource the piece of your business that is not super scalable, and then pivot where your personal time will make the biggest impact. Great exercise. Please give her a round of applause. So with that, you're going to write down now the number of transactions you're going to manifest, not in your business this year, okay? You can do it for this year, sure, maybe you should. But really what you want to sell every single year. Write down the number. Not the volume, the number of deals, okay? For any agent, an aspirational business is 24. Do you guys all know if you're selling more than 25 million in real estate, you're pretty much in the top 300 realtors in Northern Virginia? It's the number. Say that again. 25 million. 25 million puts you in the top 300-ish realtors in Northern Virginia. Whoa. So doing 24 transactions, like a $16 to $20 million business, that's a huge business. It's $500,000 business at the right price point. So write down the number of transactions you want to do and be super accountable with it. Don't give a BS number, right? All of you should be writing it down at least 6 to 12, okay? 6, you're okay. 12, you're doing great. 12 transactions a year is a great little business. 24 is abundance. You can live on 8, give 2 away, and invest the rest, okay? To this day, I live on 10% of my income. We're gonna have a whole income section we're coming up. So write that down. Then I'm going to give this book to you, which is a full exercise book to manifest your life, how you want to look at your business. It talks about personal, faith, and you need to recognize that if you don't change who you are as a person, your business will not change. You change to change your business. Say that together. You change to change your business. Give yourselves a round of applause. We have about 20 minutes for Q&A. Yep. So the question is for the seller that I worked with that took me 3.5 years to nurture, what was the follow-up cadence like? And so instead of telling you what the cadence should be, I'm going to give you the principle and the rule to follow, which is that you never follow up without value. You never follow up without value. So let's think about this. If I get on the phone with you, okay, and I'm having a lot of value, right? I'm like, everything I'm saying is interesting and it's impacting you. Do you want to get off the phone? You're genuinely very interested. But if I call you and the first thing I do is I'm telling you how my morning was, you're like, okay, my morning wasn't as great as yours, and I have no interest in talking to you further. So what we do is we do the busy talk all the time with our clients, right? And we didn't prepare for the phone call. So when I called that client, I said, I know your retirement's coming out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a campaign where I'm gonna do this manually. You're gonna get nothing automated from me, but every single time there's a milestone in the market that's gonna impact your home's value or in your community, I'm gonna reach out to you. How does that sound?
Very good.
And I'm gonna invite you to our summer event because I'd love to get to know you better every single year until you're ready to go, and love to come out free on me, have some drinks and whatnot. They never attended an event. We invited 1,800 people, we had 860 people show up. That's still insane. It's a lot. But they never attended, and half the time they never responded to my emails, and I got them on the phone maybe once a year. But it was that clear cadence that I committed to something, I executed my commitment, and what I sent them was extreme value, and they had printed out and saved every single market assessment and created their own little forecast of my forecast when I met with them. And that leads into the final principle, which is you can never assume anything in your business, ever. If you don't know it, it's not real. Great question. Yes? So the question is as I do social media, do I include clients in my videos? It's something that I probably should do more. It's just very hard and time intensive to do that, right? To think about my time, how much time there is devoted to social media. I do something called batch content. So I have outsourced social media. So I have an awesome social media team, and they will shoot all the walkthrough videos. And then I go back to back and I change my outfit in front of each house, and I shoot 9 houses back to back in 3 hours. Change my outfit, house, 1, 2, 3. Change my outfit, house, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And so at that volume of production, it's hard to do things that are a little bit more intimate. For you guys, my recommendation for you is to capture content when content is there, because otherwise you're not going to do it, because you don't have a plan behind it right now. But if you're just going to force yourself to capture the moment, your content will be very genuine, connected, and it'll feel great. I think it'll be awesome for a local audience. Yes? So the question was how involved and what does my admin do? So I think that the more appropriate answer to that question is the admin's job will change and scale with you as your business scales. So if you think about your time value of money, if I'm making around $3 million a year, what's my time value of money if I have a phone call with you? Significant, right? So what is the value of the task that I'm choosing to do? And if my value is appropriate to that task, then I'll do the task. If my value is not appropriate for that task, then I should hire someone to replace that task. That's the decision-making process. So any communication to a client is, for me right now, is that a high-value task? Absolutely. It's the highest value task. Any communication with my direct operations team or to my sales team, is that a task I should be doing? Absolutely. Should I risk responding to any administration-related communication to do with a transaction? No. And that's where we draw the line very clearly. But without having clarity of your value of time, clarity of the process in your business, you can't direct the admin. And that's why I think all of you should scale through third-party TC. It's set up for you. It eliminates the major roadblocks of any business. You can focus on producing business. And then when you're out of time, because you're so busy, you then scale through a showing assistant that is also administration support. Once you've scaled up where your showing assistant is really busy, you could be doing $50 million a year with a showing assistant. You need to scale in hiring an admin. Yeah, so the question is, do I still tour homes? The answer is yes. So it really depends on the weekly schedule. So this week I have 11 listing appointments. So very hard for me to do this presentation, run the company, implement new aspects, have 11 listing appointments, 3 of which are with agents, so I'm helping train my team and then going appointments with my team to sign their listings for them, and then work buyers. So it depends on a week-to-week basis. I would say I'm still showing 4 to 8 homes a week every single week with clients, but it's at key milestone moments. We all have met a buyer that we know that needs to see a lot of inventory. We have all met the buyer that needs to see all the homes they can't afford before they buy what they buy. We've all met the buyer that brings the parents until the parents are comfortable. I don't show those houses. Sometimes I choose to be the anchor showing, and I'll show first. Your name in front? Oh, we know each other. Bobby, that's right. Oh my God, Bobby, so good to see you. So let's say I know Bobby's super difficult and I need to set expectations for Bobby before I have my showing assistant support with Bobby. I'm gonna show homes with Bobby, take complete control, tell Bobby how it's gonna happen, tell her exactly what my assistant's going to do, and then tell her that Andrew was showing with her forward, but I wanted to add the value up front. At the same time, maybe it's a milestone moment where I'm going to show behind, where my team, when my assistant showed 8 properties to a client, they identified one, and I'm only going to go view that property by myself at a different time so I can have a 100% commitment of my value to that client before we submit an offer. Same level of value, just done at a different time, accommodating their schedule and mine. Great question. One last question. I'm going to have you fight for it. Who's the last question? Good enthusiasm. We're whiteboarding it. We're whiteboarding it. Your question's so good, you're getting whiteboarded. Doesn't that sound terrible? It sounds like we're gonna take him through the ringer. Okay, so for everybody, his question is around choosing a niche. How do I know what niche I choose? It's so hard. All of the same complaints, right? Your niche should be the easiest path in your business. What did we say about the patent attorney earlier? If you're good at it, you're going to love at it. Okay, what are you good at? Something that you naturally have, starts with a C and ends with Z.
Jason, please, can I see something pertaining to that?
No, we're going to focus on this answer first. Competency, obviously. Who can spell competency? Competency. What your greatest competency is, it should be where you start your niche. Why start somewhere hard? Do you speak African dialects? You do. Please don't start a niche helping people relocate from Africa unless you speak African. Is that not a good example?
Yes.
Okay, focus on your competency. Now write down a list of competencies that you're good at. Not all of them will have a direct translation to real estate. So then say, in the most hierarchy way possible, what is the least path of resistance with my competencies to apply to my business? I'm really good at math. I don't like talking to people. I like analyzing things. I like business-to-business transactions more than I like dealing with first-time home buyers. What is the competency that I have? It's very clear. What niche in the real estate market should I be focused on? Investors. Now, I live in Washington, D.C. Where should I probably focus? That was a trick question. Washington, D.C. Okay. Now then it's a choice. Do I join a team? Do I network with developers? How do I enter? There's many paths to enter there. You probably want to mentor. You want to give a split to that mentor. Accelerate your path towards your business. Give 50% away to your mentor. Do 2 or 3 transactions with your mentor. They make money. You make money. You accelerate your learning. Become an investor specialist. You network with all the hard money lenders. You offer to list property for free for 5 investors. You list a bunch of inventory for free to build relationships. The most luxury listing I ever listed, over 1.6 million, was with a builder, and I offered to list it for free. I listed it and I sold it. He's been a client ever since for the past decade. So you got to invest in your business really aggressively to scale, and then next thing you know, you're closing $20 million a year in the investor space. It's not hard. It's work. Does that answer your question? Yes. Give everybody a round of applause. Great session today. I'll be in the back for one-on-one session questions. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Oh, and you can follow me on Instagram. Jason Cheperdak.